Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today's video, basically we're focusing on a series released by LG that initially was done to fill in that void for those people who were wanting something similar to the Galaxy Note series but didn't want to spend over $500 for a device. LG capitalized on that and created these three devices here. So on the left we have the LG G Stylo, in the middle you have the LG Stylo 2, and then on the far right we have the Stylo 3. And we're going to take a look at them and just kind of admire what LG did for us, because at the end of the day, this was a solution to those who were basically banging on a budget. You know, if you wanted a device that had a stylus, had a nice, size display, because they're rocking 5.7-inch displays, these were the phones to get. Now, none of these three are, any Metro PCS variant or Cricket variant. These are Boost Mobile variants right here. So spec-wise, they're going to be a bit different. So we're going to start off with the one that started it all, and the one that I definitely wanted to have when it was announced that the LG G Stylo was coming to Boost Mobile. And Metro PCS got one, and theirs is spec'd better than what the Boost Mobile variant is, but we've just kind of go over like what the phone has. So one of the main things I liked about the G Stylo is how ergonomic it is, how it feels in the hand. For a 5.7-inch display device, it fits comfortably, and that's one of the things I really enjoy about it, because it is a phablet. And for most of you guys who know, my sweet spot is about a 5-inch display device, only because the body size is small. So 5 inches, 5.2 inches, 5.3 is kind of pushing it. But for the Stylo series, well, for the G Stylo, I never had a problem holding it. Huge 5.7-inch display, and the best part of it all is that it had a stylus. Now, in this day, basically, the G Stylo did not have pen pop. So you did not have a list of like a menu list here that came up. But nonetheless, the stylus worked. You were able to take notes and things like that, so that was always a plus. So you get like quick memo, and then you can create a memo based on the account that you have. Just tap to add a new memo. Grant it permissions. We're not going to import anything. We'll sync those in, but yeah, let's just start a new one here. So, and it walks you through it. So you can do that. You can there you go. So I mean, that's pretty cool. You have that ability to take notes like that. Let's do another one here just for fun. I'm a bad drawer. There we go. Give him some hair. My drawing sucks. I know. Don't be so crucial on me. Here, there. Well, don't need one on that side. There we go. So, I mean, you could do some pretty interesting things with this, and it's all there. Now, the sad thing is that for the Boost Mobile variant, it had only 8 gigs of internal storage. So with that, basically, you only had like 3 gigs usable. And that could be eaten up pretty quick with today. I mean, as you guys can see, like, I'm rocking the Pixel launcher because I love stock Android look. But you guys can see, app-wise, I don't have a lot of apps installed, and that's because there's not a lot of room to install any more applications. Had it had the same specs as the Metro PCS version, which was 16 gigs of onboard storage, and I believe 2 gigabytes of RAM, and it had NFC, then yes. This would be killer on Boost Mobile and probably still be a top dog today. But because of that storage, it did put a hindrance on a lot of people that have this device. And it's so sad, because this is a device that you really want to love. Like, if you've never used a G Stylo and you could find one at an affordable price, I would suggest you buy it and try it out. I mean, if you are one that needs a lot of applications, then yeah, you're going to struggle there. There are some side things you can do to this, but of course, you would need a laptop. You would need access. You would, well, not access, but you would need knowledge in how to use ADB, and you can actually open up adoptable storage on the G Stylo. But again, for like the everyday user who just wants to pull it out the box, power it on, and go, they're not wanting to fiddle around with ADB or anything like that. So, highest software update this thing got was 6.0 Marshmallow. So, that's the furthest it's ever gotten. And you can play the... Can I make one? Let's make two. Oh, okay, well I made two. Good. But yeah, that's as far as it's gotten. And I think... I'm not sure if there's any system updates, but hang on here. And March 1st, 2017 security patch level is the last one. I don't know if there is a software update for this, so we'll just check right now. Maybe there might be like a security. Nope. May not be. We may be up to date already. Yep, so that was the last security patch it's ever gotten, but really cool phone to love. Now, upon making this video, I haven't charged this phone in a while. So the Stylo 2 does not power on. But the Stylo 2 was a step up from the G Stylo, and the fact that it actually brought you more internal storage. I think some of the downplays you guys can see here on the screen is cracked. I know, it's cracked, got smashed. Probably one of the things that I feared about this device, because the screen is raised from the body. But one of the things that became, apparent with this device is the fact of just how light it is compared to the original G Stylo. It is way lighter. Obviously, it is way thinner. And it still incorporated a stylus, so you still got a stylus with it. And let's see here. So you still got a nice stylus, to do what you needed to do. And in this phone, it actually brought the pen pop feature. So you got that sidebar menu that you could you get you shortcuts to like different memos and things like that. It kept the same, volume and power button on the back as the original G Stylo, which I really, really, really love. What it did, and you guys can clearly see this in plain view, is that they got rid of the laser autofocus, which was on the G Stylo. Now, even though the G Stylo had an 8 megapixel rear camera, it took good quality pictures, like decent pictures. And the Stylo 2 was no shab against that. It actually took pretty good pictures too, but there is one thing about LG devices that I dread so much about, and that's their cameras at low lights do not do very well. And it's so sad because they built some really awesome devices. So yeah, you didn't have the laser autofocus. You did get more storage and you got more RAM. But the downside to it is that you didn't get NFC or anything like that. So still no NFC involved in this, which I know some people are like, it's a given. As far as performance-wise, the Stylo 2 performed very well for what it is. Okay, and again, people got to remember, these are budget devices. These aren't flagship phones. So for what they were able to do, that's obviously good. So basically, from there, I mean, light incremental changes with the Stylo 2. Obviously, it did get 7.0 Nougat, so it was updated to Nougat, and that's about as far as it's gotten. No plans for it to get Oreo. But again, keeping to, the tradition, stylus, and also using materials that would allow it to be a budget device. So LG kept that in mind here, which we could appreciate. And then came the Stylo 3. Now, there's a lot of love-hate with this device. Yes, again, my screen is cracked, but I have a screen protector on this one. So there's actually a screen, tempered glass screen protector on it that I cracked already. So the actual main screen is protected. It's not cracked or damaged at all. But also, this phone is like super, super, super light. I dug the fact that they actually incorporated a biometric reader on the back, so you have that doubled with your power button. Volume rockers are on the side, which is sad because I would have loved to have kept it the same, volume up, down, and then in the middle power button, but fingerprint reader would have been really cool. They stuck with keeping the headphone jack at the bottom. No USB Type-C, but these are like nitpicky things that people have mentioned. I did a video actually on reasons that people said the Stylo 3 was a fail. So you guys can go check that out if you want to see what it is. It's kind of crazy, though, some of the things that people have brought up about the Stylo 3. But at the end of the day, this is a very, very, very solid device. I honestly would still recommend this to anyone out there who's looking for a device that comes with a stylus that doesn't cost an arm and a leg for it. This one is a go. One of the things that it brought in here is the ability to take notes on the screen even though it's locked. So this will actually activate, and you can save it to quick memo. But again, not too bad at all whatsoever. Fingerprint to unlock. Let me just kind of raise the brightness. And there you go. So the screen resolution is, to me, I gotta say, between the original G Stylo. There you go, side by side. I still think, just visibly looking at it, the G Stylo screen is a little bit better than the Stylo 3s. But of course, that's a given, One, that's preference. And two, the original should always have something that is a lot better than its predecessors. So good on you, LG. But it still works out great. Like I said, I love stock Android, so I am running the Pixel launcher with the double bubble. And the cool thing about it is that even though I'm running the Pixel launcher, trying to get the stylus out here because the way it is now, you still get the pen pop feature. So this is what the pen pop feature looks like. You got pop memo, capture plus, pop scanner, quick memo, and you can add a special command for like one of the apps to be this one. So I can always set this one to be, let's just make it Google Plus for now. So now I drop it down, now Google Plus is there. So really cool, extremely light. They stuck with plastic build, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I know some people today like a metal build, and yes, that would be extremely awesome if the Stylo then became a metal build. But then of course there's other things that comes with having a metal built device. One, it'd be heavier, and then two, we would lose this feature which all three have. The ability to remove the back cover, exposing the battery. The battery is removable, and that's something that you don't see a lot in Android devices today. So if you have it on your phone, consider yourself lucky that you can actually buy additional batteries with an external battery charger, and you can charge up all those batteries. If you're going long distance, you can carry extra batteries with you without having to carry a power bank. And you could always just swap out batteries when you need to. Unless you want to use a power bank, then you can buy a pretty good one. And I believe this supports quick charge. So you can have quick charge involved. At the end of the day, people got to remember that with the Stylo series, it is made for people banging on the budget. So while we toss all these different ideas, things that we think would have made the phone better, it should have this, should be water resistant, should be an all metal build, should have near near flagship specs. Remember, LG's idea with the Stylo series was to bring you a device that had a stylus similar to what Samsung did with their Galaxy Note, but not have you spend over $500 for the phone. So a matter of fact, when these phones came out, they retailed under $300. So with that being said, obviously, these are focused for people who are banging on a budget. And don't take that in the wrong way, because I'm banging on a budget. If you notice, I don't carry a lot of flagship devices at all. I don't have that kind of money to spend on a phone like that. And I'm so forever grateful that there are manufacturers who consider people who, would rather use their money for other things like family vacations or family nighting out, or catching up on bills and not being in debt. I mean, those are just some of the things to toss out there. But the LG Stylo series, hopefully LG will not ever ditch this series, because this is a series that I feel like LG is a win. And even then, with the counterparts, with the Metro PCS versions or the Cricket versions, there are things about them that people enjoy, especially with Metro PCS. Oh my gosh, Metro PCS customers with LG Stylos, whether it's the 1, 2, or 3, love to rub it in Boost Mobile customers' faces about what kind of specs that their Stylo has. And that goes to show you that this phone is a really popular phone. but also LG did a phenomenal job. So that's pretty much it, guys, for my walk down memory lane of the LG Stylus series. Basically is what it is called, the Stylus series, but here it's called Stylo. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys can let me know by dropping me that like. By doing so, lets me know you enjoyed the video. And if you guys have any other questions regarding any of these three devices, go ahead and feel free to leave a comment. If you just subscribe to my channel, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And you can also know when I'm uploading a video by hitting that bell. That bell is the notifications that will turn on. That will let you know every time I upload a video. Until the next time, thanks for watching this one, guys. Thanks for checking it out. And as always, aloha. Talk to you on the next one.